Using a scalpel blade to cut decals. Now, this is a really interesting technique that I was shown from an old model maker. Now, he always said that when you cut a decal, you always cut straight back towards you because you can see what you are doing. Now, as an example, so you get your decal sheet and you say you want to take those stars off, okay, those American United States Air Force roundels off. So what he would say to me is that you always go towards you when you cut, so you clearly see using both eyes. What the example is basically is when you cut, so you got your decal and you got you hold the blade like so with 3 fingers back, 1 on the top, so you've got that control. So wherever your finger points, the blade points, okay? When you go in from this angle here, there's not that much control. There's a lot of, you can lose control. So the idea is to always turn the decal, but keep the blade straight back. So from here, you can clearly see I need to go down this line here. So straight, what I tend to do is try to be as straight as I can. And then you come back towards you. And you can clearly see where you're going with the blade. So all the way down to there. Yeah, about there. Stop. Then turn the decal sheet and then pull back this way. Fingers away from the blade because you've got no reason for the blade to be anywhere near your fingers. You pull back. Okay, there you are. And if you want to get a bit closer, okay, keep your finger back here. And the blade goes there. And then you pull back on yourself so you can see. Okay, and then what you then do is turn that one around and then pull back here to finish off the cut. Same again across here. Pull, you could have a little bit, keep your finger away, pull back, and there. So you always pulling back towards you is the most easy. It's the most. It feels a bit weird at first if you're used to doing it like this and you're doing all this sort of movement. But once you start into the pattern of cutting back towards you, there's a lot of control. You keep your elbow into your arm, into your body, your elbow into your body as you pull back, and you can keep it pretty straight. Okay, just a little tip for when you're doing decal. Same with this. I'm gonna take this yellow one off now. So I look at where I'm cutting. So I start here, and I'm gonna go straight back. I'm gonna try and make that line up. So that's pretty well straight from there, and then I pull back, and you're in a lot of control there to that point there. Twist it slightly so you're back in line again, plenty of light, pull back so you know where you're cutting to there. Then from that point there, again, you're quite straight. So I'm going to go from there. Actually, I'm going to go back over that. You pull down, following the line, and you can see how far up you need to go. Again, straight back towards you. To there. I'm getting quite close here now. Just trying to show you how close you can get. So, again, fingers away, pull back. Straight, sorry, pull back. See, I've gone off there because I can go straight. There you go. And then again, across here, so it's straight. And then you pull back. And you're almost there. And then all you need to do now is just go around to where you need to just cut. Putting back. Putting back. So I deceived myself. I thought I was straight when I was putting, and I wasn't. And that should, there you go. And there's your decal off there. Just a real straightforward way of cutting your decals off quite accurately by not moving the position of the blade, but keeping the blade straight and moving the actual decal sheet. The final thing I'm going to show you is how to use a scalpel to cut your pieces off the sprue. So you've got the sprue here, and you have your runs, and then you have your little lugs, and you want to cut really where the lugs are. So again, pick up the knife. You want to come back towards you, because that's where you're in the most control. You've got your fingers on the blade. You can, you know, and you see which pit you want. So I'm using a really old kit, because I think this is quite thicker plastic or harder plastic to work with. I'm just going to show you how I would use well, normally I would, honestly, I would use these to cut, but I'm just going to, if you haven't got a pair of sprue cutters, then you can use a scalpel knife. So again, you find the piece that you want. Again, you're coming back on yourself. You want to get in as close as you can, and then just push down away from you, then pull back. So you go down and you pull back, and it kind of cuts it like so. There you go. And then push down, pull back, and it cuts. And it should just come off easy. And then you can go over with the scalpel, and the action is towards you. And I've seen it done where they do this, where you keep your thumb behind, and you just use your 4 fingers, use it resting this on the back of the blade, just to trim up the edges. Just very carefully, just trim up the edges, so they end up looking nice and flat. There's a little bit of flash there, so we just gently just scrape that off. Give it a nice clean finish. So this time we're going to take off the nose. Make sure it's quite flat down. Again, straight in there. Just give it a push, and it will just kind of snip off. And then just carefully try and clean this up without touching your skin. So it's best to go away from your skin as much as possible. But yeah, that's how I use a scalpel to occasionally take pieces of plastic off the sprue.